West and dragons, the news we crave. Under neon lights we take a stand. Knights and wizards across the land.
Good morning and welcome. We're back at Amazon Prime. Today is the last day, or tomorrow's the last day. As promised, we're going to look to see if there's anything new or different in the markdowns for tabletop role-playing stuff. And as expected, the D&D stuff is still the big no-brainer, especially dice and props and thingies. But a few new additions have snuck on. Whether these are actually worth anything to anyone, that remains to be seen. But yeah, let's take a look. So we're going to start with Dungeons and Dragons first, because yeah, that's going to be most of them are going to be. And we have added cups. These are all marked down from $30 to $19, so that's pretty a discount. And we got cups or cups with, this one comes with a cup and stickers. These are all for Father's Day, which is already passed, I think, right? Or is it coming up? I don't know. Is it? Whatever. 5e 2024 Players Handbook marked down from $50 to $40. The 5e Dungeons of Stormwick Isle. That's the third one. That's the one featuring the not the kids from the cartoon, from $20 to $15. A book on how to make cocktails with D&D themes for $11, marked down from $30. You know, you can just get a book on how to make cocktails, right? And then just say they're D&D themed. The Young Adventurers Pack for 2024-2023 D&D was $35, now $14. The Dungeons and Dragons Monster Manual Guide 2024, Dungeon Master's Guide, was $50, now $40. Some toys and dice are all marked down. This really is the best time to get dice and toys and props. The cards, you know I love the cards. I will never not say the cards are a good investment. Marked down from 20 to 12. More cups and t-shirts and stuff. Dragons of Icespire Peak was $25, now is $18. The 5e 2024 Monster Manual was $50, now $40. These things, these books, the little Game Master Collection series, Traps, Puzzles, Rhymes, and Encounters, the ones that were showing up in the Time magazine aisle for a bit at supermarkets, was $25, now is $17. Toys, shirts, dice, props. The starter kits are all marked down about $10. The Wilderness Guide Dungeon Master screen that came out about 3 years ago, I want to say, $15, marked down from $25. Everybody says this is the best 5e Dungeon Master screen, the one from that weird Wilderness one. So I guess if you're a 5e 2024 player and you're looking for a DM screen, I was told this is the best of all the ones they made for 5e. So it's, yeah, whatever. The Dungeons and Dragons cookbook marked down from $40 to $15. Princes of the Apocalypse marked down from $50 to $31. Stickers are marked down. Again, with the cups and the dice and the props. The cards are marked down for was $13, now $8. My favorite 5e adventure that Wizards of the Coast made. That's the only one I still have a copy of. $50, marked down to $34. The cards marked down. These things marked down. Legos, not marked down. I don't know why it's part of the scene. This thing, hey, look, marked down from $100 to $60. The original Dungeons and Dragons history book that came out that caused so much negativity for them, as they just chose to completely rewrite the history of the hobby to fit their new fake world. Marked down to $60 from $100, or $21 a month if you want to pay it off in monthly payments. Keith Amon's The Monsters Know What They're Doing, highly respected, highly regarded, great book, marked down from $30 to $15. The 2014 Player's Handbook for 5e, marked down from $50 to $35. The D&D Cookbook, marked down from $36 to $19. Dungeon Delves just came out. Already marked down. Literally came out today. Character sheets, you know, those things they said they weren't going to make anymore, that you don't need because they're free online. You can literally find character sheets online for free. You don't even bother. Just print them out. $15. Blah, blah, blah. The Ravenloft Heir of Strahd markdown. Wow, that shows they don't have a lot of faith in that one. Dice, novelty dice, board games, older adventures, all marked down about $10. Here's Out of the Abyss marked down. Here's Tyranny of Dragons marked down. The cards are marked down. Figures marked down. Yeah, nothing new in this one for the D&D straight stuff. Well, I mean, there are some new ones like these cups and stuff were not on the list when we did this at the beginning of the week, but I don't think that's what we're talking about when we're talking about is any gaming stuff marked down. So for the D&D person, this is a really good time to pick up peripherals, the modules, the adventure packs, the dice, the figures, the props, the cards. Yeah. Now, what about for the rest of us? Anything role-playing wise marked down? Obviously, the biggie is still the Sentinels of the Multiverse role-playing game, marked down to $10 from when it was originally like $80. So let's see. Walking Dead Universe by our good friends over at Free League from $58 to $47. Dragonbane from $40 to $32. The Fallout starter set from Modiphius marked down from $33 to $28. Lancer, okay, just says C options. Alice is Missing, tabletop role-playing game of the year. Alice is Missing, marked down. Not a role-playing game, it's a card game. It's basically a werewolf. Maps, but things. Call of Cthulhu, marked down from $55 to $44.01, so $42. Or you could just get the same book PDF-wise as part of that Humble Bumble. Those thingies. Marvel Multiverse, remember this one? The Marvel Multiverse, marked down from $60 to $32. Fallout supplements from Modiphius, marked down from $45 to $27. Dice. Dragonbane, we already know. Goblin Slayer role-playing game, marked down from $20 to $18. Some solo journaling role-playing games, but I don't know. Dice, toys, mystery things, peripherals, all marked down. Wandering Table books, Dice and a Sword. SCP, the role-playing game. Blades in the Dark, marked down from $31 to $30. That's not a markdown. That's not a markdown, Amazon. Let's see. Kids on the Bikes. Okay, not marked down. Why is it in the sale? You can tell how little understanding of the hobby Amazon has, because you know they don't even like, hey, Amazon Prime sales. You said, I'm just going to put them all in the same thing. No, I just want the ones that are on sale. They're all on sale. Marked down. Marked down and on sale. Figures. Some games I've never heard of. Hero Quest, marked down from $135 to $93. There's not one for $165. No one's playing $165 for a role-playing game in this economy. Sorry. The Marvel Multiverse role-playing game stuff is marked down. Talisman, for all our board game fans out there, marked down from $60 to $44. Some board games that are Dungeons and Dragons adjacent. Into the Odd, not marked down, but Dragonbane is marked down, $10. Lord of the Rings, don't bother because they're coming out with a new one. They just announced. That's about it. Not surprisingly, very little actual role-playing game stuff marked down. One or two new things on the list, especially in the role-playing as opposed to D&D. Again, it looks like the biggest markdown is the Sentinels of the Multiverse from $10 as opposed to its original price, which was like $60. I've never heard anything bad about that game, if that means anything. And I know the board game is pretty cool. So in closing, nothing changed. I mean, it's pretty much the exact same that we saw when we started this at the beginning of the week. If you are looking for dice, maps, props, figures, D&D flavored cups, D&D flavored t-shirts, stickers, anything peripheral, this is one of the best times to get dice and stuff like that, and figures and maps and things, because they're amazingly marked down. But if you're looking for actual product, I mean, the markdown lower D&D stuff, the 2014 5e stuff, is kind of a bargain because you're probably not going to find PDFs of those online anymore because they want that all controlled by D&D Beyond. The starter sets are still a good bargain if you're trying to introduce somebody to 5e. 5e Player's Handbook marked down incredibly. That's a good one. That's 2014 D&D marked down, 2024 D&D marked down. Shows how little faith Wizards of the Coast / Amazon has that they would mark down a book that just came out. That's so much. But yes, again, in closing, dice, figures, maps, peripherals, that kind of stuff. But if you're looking for core books, no. But the Humble Bumble is still up for $40 if you want to check that out. Mind you, I don't get any money for saying this, so I'm just saying this because I think it's a cool Humble Bumble. 57, 58 games for $40. A lot of them real games, a lot of them not so much real games. What's a real game, OGGM? You know what I mean. Like Alice is Missing is not a real role-playing game. Call of Cthulhu is a real role-playing game. But that's just my opinion. Make up your own mind. Check out Amazon Prime sales. It ends tomorrow? Question mark. I think. I don't know. My head's all stuffed up. Don't listen to me. I'm an idiot. See ya.
Monsters lurking in the night. Heroes ready for the fight. Dice are clattering on the wood. Storylines misunderstood. Get the lady